Wow. Wow, man. Wow. My God. I don't even know what to say. I am, I'm reading the comments on, I'm reading the comments on WWE's Twitter page about the ending of tonight's episode. I don't even, dude, I'm reading the comments on WWE's Twitter page about the ending of several with I can't even talk. With Baron Corbin taking up the offer of Bobby Lashley. Oh my God. People legit thought that Brock Lesnar was showing up tonight to take up the offer for Bobby Lashley. And we got Baron Corbin. We got Baron Corbin. Oh, God. Oh, man. Wow. Whew. But my goodness. What a show. I mean that in a terrible way, by the way. Wow. You guys seen it in the thumbnail just now, that the thumbnail of tonight's review. We got Game Night with The New Day, AJ Styles and Omos. We got the Hey Hey Hop Hop with The Miz and Morrison ahead of The Miz versus Bad Bunny at WrestleMania. And we have we have Shane McMahon talking about Braun Strowman's 5th grade report card as if anybody cares. I don't know anymore, man. Is WWE, are they writing this show for their hardcore fan base who has been sticking with them for years and years? Or are they writing for a bunch of 5-year-olds? Are they writing for 5-year-olds? This is what legit this show feels like. It feels like that WWE is writing for 5-year-olds. This is not what we wanted 12 days before the biggest show of the year. The showcase of the Immortals. The granddaddy of them all. This is not what we wanted tonight. Whew. That intro took a lot of energy away from me. You guys have no idea how much energy that intro took away from me. My goodness, I don't think I've ever seen myself laugh that much on a review here on the channel. But this is what happens, man. It's just what happens. But I thank you guys for joining me here tonight on the channel for the Raw review. If you guys have not already, be sure to check out yesterday's episode 4 of the Big Fight Feel podcast. Just try to get into serious mode, man. Try to get serious while we talk about the show. I mean, most of the show is not serious at all. It's looked at as a joke. But I will try the best that I can to critique this abomination of Monday Night Raw the best that I can. Now I have a damn eyelash in my eye, and that is going to bother me throughout this entire review. So, there's that. But the first segment I'm not even going to talk about the segment. The main thing that happened in the first segment was WWE broke up the Hurt Business. Bobby Lashley was like, "You guys can't get the job 2-on-1." Oh my God, you failed me. You made me have a bad image or something like that. And then Shelton got in Bobby Lashley's face, and Bobby Lashley took out Cedric, and the Hurt Business imploded, and the Hurt Business is over. The Hurt Business broke up 12 days before WrestleMania, and it's such a shame, man. These guys were the best thing on Monday Night Raw on a weekly basis. Everybody loved the Hurt Business. Everybody loved them, and now they were only a faction for let me think. July, 9 months, and then poof, WWE broke them up just like that. Just like that. And now Cedric, Alexander, and Shelton Benjamin more than likely back in catering. That is sad. That is truly sad. Excuse me as I try to catch my breath here. Ooh. So the Hurt Business is broken up. I have no idea why you would break these guys up 12 days before WrestleMania. It's just very stupid. They were your best faction in the entire company. Besides maybe Legado del Fantasma or Imperium in NXT. Matt Riddle versus Sheamus. Sheamus, of course, won this match. Pinned Matt Riddle. And by doing that, he earned himself a United States Championship match on night 2 of WrestleMania. What do you expect? What do you expect? Should be a really good match at WrestleMania. I'm not taking anything away from the match. But you have no build and no storyline for this match whatsoever. You're just putting it in there just for the sake of putting it in there. This is why when I say Fastlane was unnecessary, Fastlane was unnecessary because Sheamus was in the middle of feuding with Drew McIntyre, and now all of a sudden he's just thrusted into this feud with Matt Riddle for 3 weeks. So that needs to stop the pay-per-view schedule with WWE. Shane McMahon. Oh man. He wanted to expose Braun, as he likes to say. He wanted to expose Braun Strowman. So he put his report card. He put his 5th grade report card on the Titantron. This was... Oh, man. I can't even talk about these segments without laughing, dude. I can't even take this serious. He put his 5th grade report card on the Titantron, and it said social studies, D-, math, a D. He got a D+ in well, whatever. Just childish stuff. And then Braun Strowman had a match with Jackson Riker, beat him in 5 minutes. We got the train noises again. We got the train noises with Braun Strowman when he runs around the train with the Strowman Express. I'm sure I'll be seeing that at WrestleMania. But after he beats Jackson Riker, he gets on the microphone and he says, "You don't think I'm stupid, do you? I didn't forget that you said you could beat me in any match I chose. So at WrestleMania, you're going to get these hands." And he said, "You've been running these past couple weeks." And I'm actually going to try my best Braun Strowman impersonation, so we're going to do that all over again. He says, "You don't think I forgot what happened last week, do you, Shane?" He takes the microphone like this. And he's like, You You could beat me in any stipulation. I could pick the stipulation for the WrestleMania match, Shane. You've been running these past couple weeks, and I'm tired of your game, Shane. At WrestleMania, it's gonna be nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. None of your stooges are gonna get involved either, because it's gonna be me and you in a steel cage at WrestleMania. That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what Braun Strowman said. I don't know if Braun Strowman has done his research great, folks, because there's been plenty of interferences in steel cage matches. Plenty. Did he not see Jey Uso literally help Roman Reigns retain the Universal Championship against Kevin Owens on the Christmas edition of SmackDown? I mean, I don't know. Now that it's a steel cage match, I'm thinking shit, I don't know. I pray to God, as much as I hate Braun Strowman, as much as I hate him, I hope he wins at WrestleMania, just so we are done. So we're done with Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon. Please, it needs to end. It needs to end at WrestleMania. But I don't know. It's just got a feeling that Shane McMahon's going to pull this one out at WrestleMania. I don't know. We got a week left. So that was the whole Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon stuff for tonight. And then hour 2. Oh, goody. Hour 2 started with the Dirt Sheet premiering Hey Hey Hop Hop. Folks, I don't even think I need to talk about this, but I don't even think I need to talk about this segment at all. If you guys want to hear somebody talk about this segment, you could go subscribe to Bonafide Heat, and you can watch his Raw review, because I'm sure he is going to crap all over this Hey Hey Hop Hop segment with The Miz and John Morrison. My goodness. I'm not even going to talk about it. But after Bad Bunny came out with Damian Priest, and Bad Bunny laid The Miz out with a right hand, The Miz got knocked down and was stumbling on his feet by a rapper, Bad Bunny. So that was that. That's all your stuff between Bad Bunny and The Miz tonight. Bobby Lashley versus Shelton Benjamin. Match went 9 minutes. Lashley wins with the spear. Shelton Benjamin had some good offense. And this was fine. This was fine for what it was. This is probably, I'm not going to say good, but it was okay. Then we had what you guys also see on the title, the thumbnail tonight. We had Game Day Game Night with the New Day, AJ Styles, and Omos. WWE, man. You have AJ Styles. You have, imagine, just close your eyes for a second. If you're listening to this Raw review, to people who are listening right now, close your eyes for a second and picture WWE has AJ Styles on the main roster. He is one of the best wrestlers in the entire world today. He still is. WWE could do a lot of great things with AJ Styles at WrestleMania if they wanted to. He could be in one of the high-key profile matches at WrestleMania. For me, if Drew McIntyre was still the WWE champion, Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles, had it not happened at TLC, was your perfect WWE Championship match for WrestleMania. Back to the segment. Imagine having AJ Styles on the main roster 12 days before WrestleMania. He is doing game day, game night with this comedy segment with the New Day and Omos, playing Pictionary. Open your eyes. Ridiculous, man. You have AJ Styles playing Pictionary with the New Day 12 days before WrestleMania. I bet you Bruce Pritchard got a kick out of this backstage as well. But I'm not even going to talk about the segment. The New Day won, of course. Then we had Xavier Woods versus AJ Styles, which ended in a DQ because Omos went on a rampage. He threw Kofi Kingston over the barricade onto the outside. And then he gave Xavier Woods a double choke slam to the man. At first, I was like, all right, you know what? I don't like AJ Styles being in a tag team title match at WrestleMania, just for how dead the tag team division is. But you know what? I think it could be good. But with this segment tonight and WWE putting AJ Styles in this, they were making me not care about this match at all. And that's sad, because I do want to care about this match. Because I think it could be a big moment for Omos, and AJ wanting to make this a big moment for Omos, but the build has just been... The build is killing my excitement, really. Then we had Alexis Playground backstage. I thought this was literally the only good thing on tonight's show. This was a good segment. This right here. She was talking about Randy Orton. She's saying, you thought the Fiend could get out of your life, and your plan was to light him up on fire, and your plan didn't work. And now you think you know what you have to do to end him once and for all. Meanwhile, you don't. You don't know what to do, and you don't know what's coming to you, because at WrestleMania, you're going to get what's coming. And then she starts laughing, playing with her Jack in the Box, and then next to her is the Fiend on the swing set. So, I thought this was a good segment, but we have one more episode of Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania now. And WWE has not announced a stipulation for the Randy Orton Bray Wyatt match. I don't want WrestleMania 33 all over again, because that match was really bad. And it was in Florida too. And now this year's WrestleMania is in Florida, and here we are, 4 years later, Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. Next, we had Naomi versus Shayna Baszler. Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke were on commentary, and Lana got involved, and Nia Jax got involved, and Reginald got involved. And it seems like they are setting up a multi-women match for the women's tag team titles with Naomi and Lana, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, and possibly Tamina and Natalya on SmackDown. Who cares? Seriously, who cares? And, oh my God. This is the last thing we're talking about before the main event, the supposed main event. We had a contract signing. Between we had a contract signing between Asuka and Rhea Ripley. I didn't really understand why we needed a contract signing to begin with. There's no story. I'm excited for the match. I think the match is going to be great. It's one of the matches I'm looking forward to the most, actually, match quality-wise. Should be a great match. But there's no story to it. There's no build. So I didn't understand why we needed a contract signing here. And then Asuka talks about Rhea being overconfident, and at WrestleMania she's going to shut her confidence up and all that stuff. And then Rhea legit gets up and throws the wooden table. It was not a normal table, this contract table. It was a wooden table, or I don't even know what type of table it was, but Rhea thrusted this table into Asuka, and it looked absolutely painful. And it looked like Asuka knocked one of her teeth out. And then here comes the tag team champions, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. And they talk about, I don't know how ridiculous Rhea is walking in here challenging for the title on night one, or how ridiculous Asuka is for accepting that challenge, blah, blah, blah. And they say, how about the two of you step into the ring with us next week? And Rhea Ripley's like, we accept. Wow. Folks, how lazy. Seriously, how lazy can the WWE possibly be with storylines with champion and challenger? This is now, in a span of 2 weeks, we have had Finn Balor and Karrion Kross team up. They are facing each other at TakeOver Stand and Deliver. Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair teamed up at Fastlane for the women's tag team titles. Now it's Rhea Ripley and Asuka. This is ridiculous. Does WWE not have anything else? Do they not have anything other creative for Asuka and Rhea Ripley to do than have them team up and have WWE sugarcoat on the commentary table? Oh, next week is Rhea Ripley and Asuka going to be able to coexist before they face off at WrestleMania? I'm tired of it, man. I'm so tired of it. It's downright miserable at this point. It's miserable. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. And the sad thing about that is, folks? It's not going to. It's not going to. These people don't care. They don't care. It's truly sad. Then we had Drew McIntyre versus Ricochet after Ricochet stepped up to him in the locker room. McIntyre beat him in 5 minutes with a Claymore kick. Drew McIntyre then went on to face Mustafa Ali, who took out McIntyre after the match. This match lasted a little bit more than Ricochet's match. You had Ali working on the knee of Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre ends up defeating Mustafa Ali. So in 2 weeks, in 2 episodes of Raw, WWE has sacrificed Cedric Alexander, Shelton Benjamin, Ricochet, and Mustafa Ali to Drew McIntyre. Can I ask why? Can I ask why? And then, oh boy, Bobby Lashley comes out. Here we go again. Just like the opener of this review, like we talked about, Bobby Lashley comes out. So Bobby Lashley comes out and he starts the fight with Drew after Drew McIntyre says, "You know what, Bobby? I think you're afraid of me." So then Bobby Lashley gets pissed off and they start the fight. And Bobby Lashley gets thrown over the top and he doesn't come back in the ring. And who comes from behind and attacks Drew McIntyre? None other than Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin. From SmackDown, by the way. Baron Corbin is a SmackDown superstar. So I guess he could just show up to Monday Night Raw whenever he wants and, do this. I guess he could just show up whenever. But my God. He shows up and he is the person that takes up on Bobby Lashley's offer of taking out Drew McIntyre. So what's going to happen next week? What's WWE going to do with this Bobby Lashley Baron Corbin alliance now? Does WWE... This it's the thing I forgot to mention in the intro. I'll mention it now since it's in my mind. Does WWE... Do they seriously think that Baron Corbin... do they think that Baron Corbin... Do they think that Baron Corbin is going to get Drew McIntyre over in this program at WrestleMania? If the superstar himself is not over, then how do you expect him to get somebody else over? Wow. Man, I need to get out. I need to wrap this up. This is too long for a Raw review. But that is your Monday Night Raw review tonight, guys. Lots of laughter tonight on the review. The show's just a joke. It truly is a joke, but I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Field channel. We have some more content coming up for you guys this week. We have AEW Dynamite, NXT, SmackDown, and then the Big Fight Field podcast, episode 5, which is going to be on Saturday this week because Easter is on Sunday, and I just want to take that day off, relax, spend time with family, all that great stuff. Be sure to comment below your thoughts on tonight's Raw. Be sure to comment that below. Hit that like button if you like what you heard from me in the review. Follow me on Twitter, @Colin_Joseph. Like I said, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We got some more content this week. And more importantly, next week is WrestleMania week. So we are going to have loads of content up on the channel next week. So that wraps up for tonight. I'll see you guys Wednesday night here for AEW. Have a good night. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy.